Aloha, dear students of English 102. So today, a part of reviewing the very basic structure of our paper, some elements of how to add style to your paper, review, versions versus edit, revision versus edition. For our final draft, we are making clear the two differences between evidence-based and observation-based. Yes, they share the introduction. Yes, they share the second part, the literature review. There is a slight difference between how to present your supporting paragraphs. So, on the evidence-based, we will see that we are presenting let's say each topic sentence as if it was a piece of a clue, like a first evidence, second, third, and minor evidence. Therefore, the length is going to be shorter than in the observation base. It's more expository, informative. It goes more inductive from specific, and then second part is going to be, and the synthesis of the evidence is going to be more general. Here, we divide this section in 3 mini sections, synthesis of evidence. Number 1, we're talking about the implication and the meaning. This is when you will develop your argument. You will be more convincing. So, meaning of supporting paragraph 1. So, you go all the way to the first evidence. That's when you are going to give more details, explanation of that data. It's the part of the analysis, right? And then right after that, you go into the counter-argument or an alternative view. Then you do the same with the second piece of evidence, right? Meaning of that supporting point and an analysis and counter-argument and so on. After you get that one by one and then the counter-argument, you go into the interpretation part of all of them, right? That part of the interpretation, that could be kind of a conclusion, right? A whole synthesis of this previous part of the implication of the meaning. Okay, so we have interpretation, which is like a conclusion, a whole synthesis of these parts. And then the third part, okay, we go into the extended closer. Basically, this is like your final remark, your very final remark. This closer, this section is a short paragraph that it's, remember, similar to your hook. You want to use strategies as combine strategies, such as pose a question, look into the future, challenge your reader, those three together. Okay, that could be your extended closer, the very last part of this part 4, synthesis of evidence. Number 1, implication and meaning. It's an analysis of the previous data you were getting, and you divide it by 1, 2, 3, and you include the counter-argument. Second, interpretation, that's like your conclusion, a whole synthesis of those 4 parts. And then the last one is your extended closer. Now we go into the observation base. The observation base is basically what we were doing in other English composition courses. So we got part 3, like there, supporting paragraphs. First observation plus 3 details. Okay, so each topic sentence follows those 7 guidelines of the thesis statement. The length of each supporting paragraph is going to be longer than on the evidence base. So you have the observation plus 3 details, second, 3 details, third, 3 details, okay? And then we go into the part of the synthesis, all right? Let's say it's the meaning of all the points together. It's kind of a mini conclusion here. The second part, that is a further analysis. Then you will add on part 4 the counter-arguments / alternative views, and the 6th point is your final remarks, your conclusion. Basically, another like extended closure. All right. So the observation base is it's related to what we were doing previously, right? And the evidence base, it's like you present the clues, the evidence, and then you analyze them, you synthesize them, you put them together on the interpretation, your final remarks, right? Your kind of conclusion, and at the end, that extended closure. So that's it. It's two ways of presenting the same information, depending on your topic, depending on your subject. If it's like really more like, let's say, hard or traditional science, we will present evidence-based. If we want to make it like more convincing, the way we are presenting that is like something related to psychology, for instance, we will want to opt for the observation-based. All right, so thank you so much. These are my final remarks. And mahalo nui iloa. This is Professor Del Carpio, Module 5 of English 102. English Composition 2. Mahalo nui iloa.